Aegis keeps talking. Just says, "Listen, Sylvana, I know what you're capable of. I know you're dangerous, and I know you don't consider yourself a child in these circumstances, and you're definitely not by any child's metrics standard. But you're used to fighting for yourself, fighting on your own, and tomorrow there's going to be multiple people. I'm going to be trying to keep my allies alive. There are people to be concerned about in the battle tomorrow, not just killing whoever you want."
Yeah, she just sighs and just says, "Yeah, yeah."
Tomorrow you're going to be looking. Tomorrow, I imagine you're going to be looking out for me, and I'm going to be looking out for you, and we both got to look out for everyone on our side, regardless of how you feel about them.
Yeah, she looks around and just says, "I'll look out for the team."
Good choice of words. Right. So hopefully tomorrow, yeah, Aegis says is looking at Blake. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get your town back and then we'll be able to part ways.
Yeah, they all nod. So would you like to roll militia / rabble rouser for this?
What should I roll it with in this instance?
What is it? What is the thing
Rabble
again?
Rouser is the upgraded one where it's like dependent on circumstance. Like, the militia is the initial one. When you organize a group of people to fight or harass the enemy, roll charisma, but you can only ever like choose 2 max. Whereas Rabble Rouser upgrades it so that on a 12 plus, you get all 3 of the positive results. So,
Right.
Rabble Rouser is like conditional, not stat based. So it's when you equip them with basic weaponry +1, you spend at least a day teaching them, lead them yourself. Now, I gave them weaponry and I led them. I guess that's ongoing because I did spend at least a day teaching them.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't. So should that be a +3?
Yeah.
Because I will also be leading. Yeah, because I'm with them, I will be leading
The way
them.
I'm reading this, so Rabble Rouser is meant to be an upgrade, like, to militia. It requires militia, right?
Yeah. So wait, you saying it's that charisma plus that?
Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to be. I think you roll charisma, and then if you have the stipulations required, you get +1s from it.
Oh my fucking god. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That would be fucking bullshit bonkers.
I mean, that would make a 12+ way more likely.
That's true.
And it would make failure way less. It would make failure impossible too.
Yeah. Okay, so this is 2d6 plus 5 then.
Okay, yeah, I just roll charisma, and then we add the bonuses afterwards.
Okay, so I'll just add it on. So this is 2d6 plus 5. Which still didn't get a fucking 12, but hey. I guess in this case, they don't suffer massive casualties. They follow orders exactly. I'm just gonna do the... Actually, should I do more effective? Do you think it'll be fun to make them more effective, but not follow orders exactly? We have a bit of drama tomorrow. What do you guys think? Bit of drama, bit of spice.
Oh yeah, we missed that 12. I think, yeah, a bit of drama. They don't necessarily follow orders exactly.
Yeah. Alright, Neo, we're gonna throw a little wrench into our own plans here. They don't suffer massive casualties, and they are more effective than expected.
Actually, almost thinking about it, the thing is, I think that's what you, as, like, the person playing Aegis... I almost think, now that I think about it, not suffering massive casualties, that could be interesting. If they do suffer massive casualties.
If they suffer massive casualties, it's like funny. It's funny though, because them suffering massive casualties is actually technically beneficial to us. So that's like the scumbag option to pick. And
It is. I kind of that's interesting to me. It's like, because the thing is, we're not deciding this in character. It's not like in universe Aegis is going, Oh yes, let's have massive casualties in this battle.
Swede, you got any input?
Nah. I am
Sylvana
falling with the idea though. You should make it so we have fucking yeah.
Wait, are you
You know-
agreeing that more effective or massive casualties?
Oh, I mean, I think casualties would be funnier.
Oh my god.
But it's like, the thing is, I guess, if you pick massive casualties, I imagine that will almost certainly be Sylvana's doing.
Not to mention, we're fighting alongside them, and there's also our NPCs.
Yeah, true. I think I would... Like, I think it would be interesting, but I still ultimately think they do something unexpected. Like,
Yeah.
and that creates a more dramatic situation with Sylvana rather than
Also,
Sylvana.
that's like, this is like, I am gonna pick, like, I'm gonna pick they don't suffer massive casualties more effective, and I'm gonna explain it's like, if I have to pick if I have to, like, think they suffer massive casualties, if I have to let one be Osan, that means they followed their orders exactly and are more effective but die, and I just don't want to deal with Aegis going, am I a bad leader? Not yet. We'll save that.
Yeah.
Save that for later, not just as I get Battle Master.
So what are your orders that they're not following exactly?
So, throw down the lad. So, once we hear the fighting commence in town, and we hear, like, shit start to pop off, we stay on the border of town, out of sight. We head into the border, go to the side of the town, throw down the ladders, and try and get as many people up into Loose Branch as possible before we begin our attack. So that we're not just
Right.
So, essentially, we don't want to be fighting on the ladders, because we'll have a disadvantage. We'll have a pretty severe one. We want to get up onto the ladders and group up before we all run in and, like, take their flank.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, they can... I can think of a few ways that they're more effective than expected, while not following orders exactly.
Got it.
Alrighty then.
Alright. So, yeah. What?
Well, I
Hmm?
also, before we start this, I needed to train, and I did want to have a conversation with Sylvana.
I was gonna say, I mean, before you train, you have to rest the night, though.
Last time you let me just train the night and then have it in the morning.
Yeah. Go ahead. I
Okay.
mean, either or. Doesn't matter.
So Azora talks to Sylvana, and she takes Sylvana with her to train.
Right.
And does some like sparring with her to see how she does. Guess I should actually roll for my training, see how that goes. 8. So that's my first combat roll in the morning. How's Sylvana doing in training?
She's extremely, like, effective. Like, as far as sparring, like, she can knock you on. Like, she's actually capable of knocking you on your ass.
Okay.
Like, precision rapid strikes, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
She knows how to use your weight against you.
Right.
You're getting too old, Ariana.
Haryana.
Ariana.
Not Ariana. Sorry. Stop making characters with A.
Okay
Names.
then, Axe.
Well, that's my last character wasn't fucking named Alfred or something.
Alfred.
Think of all the Swede names that have a character's name beginning with A and Judge.
Not many.
No.
I've only ever made one character whose name was in the second half of the alphabet. Theophrastus.
Bombastus.
Yeah.
I learned the origin of that name recently, and it was crazy.
Oh, Mr. Theophrastus. Bombastus.
Bombastus. The mystery of Enigma.
Theophrastus Bombastus von Hohenheim.
Okay, so, Oh, you were. What were you doing?
Aegis is having a sleep.
So training with Sylvana. Yeah, I got +1 to my next combat. Anyways, so talking to her, Azora brings up, just tries to drill into her head. You know, making sure she's on the right page. Just like it's important to remember in this line of work, your duty, a soldier's duty, is always first and foremost to protect people. You're not. This isn't your main objective. Isn't to kill as many people as possible. Isn't to stop as many people. Saving lives always and preventing your allies getting killed always has to be your number one priority. That's the big lesson we're trying to emphasize here. But
Right.
after training, Azora, just like cooling down with her, sharing some Gatorade, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah,
like,
being pals.
look, let's just lay our cards on the table. And, sort of looking around, making sure there's no one, near them or spying on them, making sure we are definitely alone. She takes some time to make sure of that. Let's just lay our cards on the table here. I know you're uneasy with letting these people off the hook or not dealing with them. I know you want to do something, you want to stop them, and I'd be lying. I can't try and pretend that I don't understand and agree. I'm not happy with the current arrangement either, and Aegis can make his deals and he can stand by his deals, but I don't want to let this stand either. But that can wait, and we'll deal with that when we get to it. But right now, there are more important things to worry about, and I can't go into this battle worried that you're going to try and get ahead of yourself and let your anger get the better of you and do something that's going to risk our mission.
Yeah, she grimaces and just says, "Well, when do we get to it then?"
Later, we'll see how things shake out tomorrow, and with the siege on this place. Who knows, if we're lucky, maybe most of them will kill each other in this battle, but if that doesn't happen, we'll deal with it when we get to it. Maybe we'll deal with it after we go to Terrebonne, and maybe we tip someone off, maybe deal with it ourselves. I don't know how Aegis is going to feel about any of this, but I can't have you be worried about you risking the lives of Nostria, of Axe, of yourself or our allies over something that can be done smarter.
Yeah, she sort of just wipes sweat from her brow and says, "Yeah, yeah. I'll keep the I'll keep the truce intact as long as there's danger out there."
Aegis calls a small meet only between members of only between no one members.
Okay.
Probably after that conversation, you hear Aegis calling a meet real quick.
Only no ones may show up.
Sorry, Sylvana.
Well, no, he's not okay,
Door
sorry,
in her face.
he's not yelling, he's just going around gathering people, gathering no ones, taking them aside.
Yeah.
Yeah, gets Azora, gets
Does
Axe.
Sylvana, is she allowed in, or is she not
I guess we'll bring Sylvana in on this one.
She's a no one?
She's not a no one. She's just allowed in on
So-
this conversation.
I mean, you did say this.
Actually, no,
this,
I'm
meeting was
curious.
used for no ones.
Oh.
Yeah, so Aegis is saying, calling, comes to Azora, says no one to me, and Azora goes to it. Does Sylvana try and follow? Does she try and, subtly include herself in there, or does she just,
No,
I'm
I'll
not
say no.
Oh no,
okay,
no.
so
Her
let's
immediate
no,
thought is,
let me say let me say what Aegis does then, because like
Alright.
we're doing it so Aegis is going around getting everyone. Aegis they're probably having their conversation. Aegis is looking around. He just probably pokes in where they're talking and just them two are alone. Aegis says, "All right, look, just want to talk to everyone on the no ones real quick," and then he looks at Sylvana and then just nods and then just kind of nods at her.
oh wow.
Yeah. You can come as well. This is important. It's important I discuss this with you guys.
so I'm a no one now?
I didn't say that, did I? I said you're coming along as well.
You're just
Alright.
allowed into the no ones meeting,
If you insist.
but you're not a member of no ones. You're someone else.
Fucking like Anakin in the Jedi Council. We'll let you sit in with us. We do not grant you the title of no one.
Anyway, yeah.
This is outrageous.
Man, I just want to talk to my damn team. Why does it have to be a gang parade of jokes?
This is an outrage.
Take a seat, young Sylvanas.
Yeah, so I kind of bring everyone along. I bring everyone along and we're all just talking amongst ourselves. And Aegis says, "Right, during the attack tomorrow, I have a request to make of everyone here that I'm sure won't be difficult to follow. If you see any treasure, any valuables, anything of material worth, you are to keep it in mind, and you are not to take it under any circumstances. Remember where it is. Remember its location." Hell, if you can appraise it in the moment, it's not too dangerous to do so. Take note of that. But any treasure that's in that city has to remain in that... Well, any treasure that's in Loose Branch does not leave Loose Branch.
Okay. It's not like Axe cares about the money.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be a danger. I didn't think it'd be a danger for you. Just that's another thing, Axe. We're fighting in a treetop town tomorrow. It's gonna be walkways. It's gonna be perilous. Just be careful what you chop down tomorrow. You might go with it.
I'll try to remember that.
Yeah, Sylvana just looked and so you're just letting them keep their ill-gotten gains?
I didn't say I was doing that.
Yeah, Azora is curious, so what is this about?
Don't. That's something I have to keep to myself for the moment.
Azora does just sort of I don't know how to describe the face, but she does make a face at that, okay.
A face.
I mean, she's not gonna push the issue, but that reaction seems kind of odd. Zora's so taken aback, I guess. She's somewhat taken aback by that.
I'm sorry that means that we're not technically getting paid for this job, though that was never really an expectation. But if any of you feel you need some coin compensation or something valuable once we get to Terrebonne to make up for that, just let me know.
Yeah, Jailbird kind of grins, by the way. She just thinks, "Oh man, this is interesting." But she does nod and just says, "Yeah, you're the boss. Nothing, no gold leaving that settlement in my pockets."
Aegis smiles and nods. Just keep an eye out for anything. Just keep an eye out for anything shiny, but leave it where it lay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she can scan from the air, do a aerial sweep.
Well, I'm going
Alright.
out on a. Aegis is making a lot of assumptions in this plan, by the way, but it's alright. There's a lot of future assumptions as well, but hey, if it works out, it will be Kaikaku as fuck.
I see.
Mine Kakaku.
Oh, I think I might have a suspicion where this is going. It suddenly occurs to me, but we'll see.
Hmm.
I think I might have just, some sparks might
Crack the code.
Yeah.
Alright, so you all retire for the night then?
Yeah.
Alright. You trust the people around you enough to not to just sleep instead of taking a watch, or are you gonna
Oh
still
no,
take a watch?
we'll watch order, especially because it's not just the people around us, again, it's people out
Yeah.
there.
Gotcha. So let's watch order then.
I think our usual one.
What's the usual one?
Actually, me, Axe, Aegis, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's
Actually,
typical.
you know what? Azura does ask if they want to switch watch order. She'd be okay with getting up early.
Alright, I guess we'll keep Axe in the middle. We'll just rotate around him.
Wow, he doesn't even ask. He's like, yeah, Axe, you stay in the middle. It's not like
Do you
that,
want to
Kev.
take first? Do you want to take first watch? I won't stop you.
Yes, Axe can take first part.
Can I ask a question? Are you only taking first watch to be petty, or do you want to take first watch?
Are you only taking first watch because you're like a fucking kid who wasn't playing with his toy, but then he saw his brother pick it up and suddenly
Well,
decided?
at first he did want to. At first I wanted to take first watch, but then you decided, nah, you don't need to take first watch, and now I just want to do it out of pettiness.
Alright, fine. You can have your petty first watch.
Ah, good, excellent. Just
Keep a
roll a
lookout for
2d6.
anyone as brittle as you.
Roll a
I'm gonna-
2d6, Dax.
not a D26.
No, not a d26. A
That
2d6.
That would be very, very bad.
Imagine treading on one of those. You wanted to take first watch her? Did you just spend that whole first watch looking at Aegis and just doing mocking impressions like maybe the first watch?
Interesting. It's very interesting.
Wait, isn't it wisdom? Or
No.
oh, I see.
Aegis.
Oh, look at me watching here on first watch very loudly, keeping Axe wide awake, or Aegis wide awake the whole time.
So all of you mark XP.
Oh,
Oh boy!
thanks.
And actual roll a 3d12.
Oh, that's so frustrating.
It's dragon time. Oh,
You
I'm
don't
at the first
understand.
one.
I'm on
11.
17 out of 18 XP.
Oh, that is frustrating. Can you fuck up again before we wake up?
Yeah, please, Axe. Fuck up again.
Well, Axe is done rolling. Axe isn't gonna roll anymore.
You don't get to make that call.
If he rolls less than like a total of 6 while rolling these d12s, can we get an experience?
No.
That's interesting.
If you want the experience, roll fucking your own dice.
I can't. I'm already asleep. I tried.
Try
Well,
to discern
you should've-
realities on your dream.
Well, you gave up first watch. Maybe if you took first watch before you went to sleep, you could have
Fuck,
leveled
you're
up.
right.
But no, you didn't.
Oh, I should have taken first watch. It's my usual watch and everything. Why did I seed it? This is bullshit.
Imagine another dimension. You in another timeline. You're leveling up now.
Imagine going to another reality just to get a level up early.
Well, I haven't raised my health yet, so I haven't got my full rest in yet. This is first watch. We can still sleep after this. It's still not too late.
Oh, that's interesting.
What's interesting, Neil?
How fucked we are.
Well, Neil. Dr. Neil, what's the verdict?
Axe.
Yes.
You're walking around the perimeter on your first watch.
And he
Yeah,
just
I mean-
dies of an aneurysm.
And you're just sort of walking around. You're a big lad.
Oh, no.
You?
Your feet are large.
Which should actually help him in these perilous grounds. This is why they got those, shoes that are like tennis things.
So I guess.
Big surface area.
I mean, the surface area is good, but his bulk would be bad.
Hmm.
You know, all that weight on his feet.
Yeah.
Squared cube law isn't generous with this, sadly.
Damn it.
Because
Fuck.
his volume, his mass increases far more rapidly than his surface area does. So even if his feet are bigger, there's more proportional weight on each square inch of his foot.
Fuck.
Ah, fuck.
That's why, like, water striders can do that on water, even though they have relatively tiny feet compared to us. They have so much less, because they're smaller.
So Axe is walking around, swinging his axe around, twirling it around.
Get your axe around.
He's twirling it around.
He's trying to,
Interesting.
make, a helicopter and take off.
This is like singing in the rain. You're just like
Yeah.
with the umbrella.
I'm singing in the rain.
Singing in the rain. You don't actually know the rhythm, do you?
It wasn't on the GameCube, no.
Yeah, films very rarely.
It wasn't actually, Game Boy Player was a thing on the GameCube, and there were some episodes of TV shows released on the Game Boy Advance.
Like the Sonic X cartoon.
Yeah, and Yu-Gi-Oh. So maybe.
I'm just thinking, does UMD exist in this universe? I hope it does. Man, nobody remember UMD. Nobody but me.
Oh, wait, on the PSP?
Yeah, the UMD, the Universal Media Discs.
I had fucking... Okay, I had 3 movies on PSP. And I remember because there were, I didn't have these movies anywhere else. And they were Spider-Man 2, the American remake of The Italian Job, and Godzilla, the 1998 American production.
You didn't have Spider-Man 2's good. It's not as good as Spider-Man 3, as we all know, but...
Yeah, of course.
That's
Alright, actual wisdom.
the best movie you had on that system.
Wisdom, you
Actual
say.
wisdom. Yeah, roll wisdom.
Wisdom.
Me smart.
Alright.
No.
That should have been me.
Oh, there we go.
I should have been in that idiot.
Meanwhile, in Zora sleep, he can't keep getting away with this.
I just needed to fuck up a little bit more, and then I would be so much stronger right now.
Just remembering I had
So,
a bout of sleep paralysis last night, and now it's bringing it all back.
So as you're stomping around with your big old feet, you're used to
Big old
you're used to just stomping around, not really paying attention. So you're kind of you're just kind of looking ahead, looking up, keeping watch in the trees, see if anything's approaching. So you fail to notice when the water level has risen very, very high.
As they do.
Oh,
You fail to notice, I'd say, until roughly the water reaches your ankles. And let's see, who amongst you would be the first to notice? Who between Aegis and Azora would be the first to be awoken by the sensation that they are floating?
Who's
Was Zora
sleeping?
below?
Yeah, she's
wearing
wearing.
some pretty bulky armor.
Where are you Where are you sleeping?
Azora normally sleeps like half sitting up against like, a tree or something. Just because she sleeps in her armor.
Oh, so you're not sleeping in the wagon or anything?
Oh no, she would be sleeping maybe like on the ground propped against one of the wagon's wheels.
Okay, interesting. Right. So then, Azora, you wake up when you wake up to find that your mouth is underwater. The water has reached to your nose.
Yeah, I imagine that would wake you up.
Yeah.
You'd hope.
Yeah, Azora sort of, tries to leap to her feet, tries to pull herself up as best she can, coughing and spluttering in surprise, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Axe, suddenly you look down and notice the water is far deeper than it was. As you sort of hear a rushing water sound.
Oh no.
Oh no.
When you look
Oh no,
back,
indeed.
when you
Axe.
look back, you see the wagon floating.
Oh no!
By the way, I'm sleeping in the wagon.
Wait.
Just-
The wagon is floating, but what about the horse?
So, yeah, that's a good question.
Save the horse, Axe.
How well do horses swim?
I mean, horses can ford rivers. They can do that.
Yeah. So yeah, Aegis, you and probably much of the wagon
Oh no,
are woken up by by a swaying sensation and the panicked neighing of
Oh god.
the panicked neighing of Russell.
Okay, so first of all, roll check. Where is Reyna, Nostria, Lotus?
Reyna and Nostria were sleeping in the wagon. I would say Lotus was meditating on top of the wagon.
Oh, well, that helps.
Yeah.
as you do.
In that case, Azora's gonna try and wade, or like claw her way along the side of the cart. She's gonna try and unhitch. God, what's the horse's name?
Russell.
And
Yeah,
you just hear behind you, "Holy shit, flood!"
Yeah, I call to Azora, yeah. Unhitch that horse, I'm gonna check on Axe.
Axe, actually, as you say that, Axe is actually running. He's running to the horse. He's like, "Do not
So,
worry, little
Azora,
horse."
roll strength.
Sure thing. Roll that
Axe.
strength.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so
Come on.
you are stomping through the current right now, but it is giving you much resistance.
Alright, yeah.
So it'll be some time before you can get to the wagon.
Alright,
Be a bit useless to
you know what, at
assist
that
now,
point,
but-
if it's gonna take me a bit longer, Azora, instead of even trying to do it like quickly or elegantly, Azora's gonna draw her sword and she's just gonna like break the reins on Russell to free him.
Alright.
Instead of trying to like go properly untie him and unhitch him, we're gonna like completely break the
Break the chains.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Aegis is good with repairs, he can fix it.
Alright, roll
Well,
strength.
they're chains. Chains are made of metal.
Well, I was, I pictured breaking the, like, where it's, like,
Alright,
attacked.
yeah. You draw your sword and you slash through the chains. Russell is free from the wagon.
I do have an idea, which I'm gonna try and calm the horse down. I do call out, how much higher do these things rise? Like, I'm yelling towards Blake. Well, I imagine they're trying to get people.
Yeah. You see, like, from like the little shack they have, like they sort of like a bunch of them have climbed up onto the roof of it.
Oh, pretty high then.
Yeah, saying it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
Azora, get on the wagon. I need a hand quickly.
I mean, Azora's gonna reach a hand up,
Oh, yeah.
now that she's freed the horse, she's actually pretty worried. She's thinking she's probably not gonna float.
Yeah,
and-
you're sinking. It's coming. It's pretty quickly getting above your head. So,
All right,
how
I'm
do you
gonna
deal
use.
with that?
I'm gonna use. Wait, I'm gonna use an adventuring gear to produce a rope to throw to Azora.
Yeah, she,
Yeah.
tries to, before the water rises above her head, take in, a big old gulp there, and just keep her hands up, like, sort of waving for, rope or something like
Yeah,
that.
I throw a rope to Azora and start trying to pull her in.
All right, roll aid.
Righty.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's see. And you're just like getting the rope and like pulling yourself up. Then,
Yes. Yeah.
so I guess powering through strength.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Thing is, I'm not even rolling particularly well, but I'm just shy of failure.
All right. So, you're pulling yourself up through the rope. I'm gonna say you're trying to pull yourself up, but you're quite heavy. So Aegis is struggling very much to keep himself planted in the wagon while you're pulling yourself up. And Aegis, you're in danger of falling over yourself.
That's okay. I'm wearing like. Well, I actually take armor off to sleep, and I wear leathers anyway. But still not
Okay,
great.
so we're gonna trade Azora getting into the wagon for you falling in.
That seems fine. I'm okay with that. It's
All right,
embarrassing
Azora.
as fuck.
Feels, yeah.
Yes, Azora, you make
Thank
your
you,
way.
Aegis. Aegis?
Yeah, you make your way onto the wagon, and Aegis is thrust into the roaring current.
You like do one last like big pull on the rope to get yourself back in, and like Aegis has his feet planted on the side to steady himself, and he's like technically doing that, like sitting down, propping himself against the side. You do a big pull, and Aegis just like rockets like 90 degrees, flies into the water as you get on the side.
So, as I'm gonna, can I try and, like, aid Aegis in trying to, like, grab him, trying to help him, stay with the improvised raft? Can I try and help him?
I don't know. How do you want to do that?
Like, as I'm, like, have my arms up, as I'm, like, half pulled onto the boat, just try and, like, reach out a hand when I see him, like, falling and try and, like, grab his ankle or something.
That sounds like a tall order to me. Roll Dex.
Dex.
You're risking yourself going back in, I should.
Alright. So, yeah, you do manage to grab Aegis by the ankle.
Now I'm just like underwater from the
And now
upside
you
down.
have to roll strength to pull him back in.
Let's try this. There it is.
Well, Aegis,
You've leveled up.
you let Azora level up.
Oh no.
I waterboard Aegis.
Yeah, so Azora, you're trying to pull him back in, but he's the water rushing around. His ankle slips from your grasp, and he's pulled away by the current.
I finally pull him up, and I'm just looking at a boot in my hand.
Meanwhile, Axe, the water is quickly rising.
Yeah. No,
It
he's trying to run over to the horse, but I guess they saved the horse. So
Yeah, they cut the horse loose from the wagon, but the horse is panicking.
Oh no! Axe is gonna grab the horse and just go, "Easy there, horsey! I carry you."
Yeah, the horse is still panicking.
Axe will try. Axe is gonna try and she's gonna try and yeet the horse onto the fucking cart.
You're gonna what?
No, no, for the love of God, don't do that.
You're gonna what?
Actually,
Azora sees Axe, like, reach his hands under the horse and start to grind. And Azora just, no, Axe, stop! I'm just picturing, like, all this stuff with Aegis, like, we struggle, we get Aegis back on the boat, and Azora's just standing there, and just sort of, wow, job well done, as you see the careening through the air.
Just neighing through the air.
okay, no, Axe is actually hearing that and he's like, what? But horse! We have to save the horse!
I've got a plan. Not that I can say anything. I had a plan to save the horse, but it required me being on the carrot.
So
Actually, Axe is gonna...
So Azora is going to do something to try and help.
Wait, before
First
you do
off-
that, before you do that, when Axe heard you say no, and he's like, wait, horse is heavy, heavier than cart. Horse would destroy cart.
Oh, he's learning.
yes, Brother Lotus leaps from the cart
Mhm.
and lands actually like right by basically lands like on like a tree by where Russell and Axe are as the water's rising, and he places a hand on Russell and just imparts a bit of spiritual energy into him and just says, "Be calm now," as Russell suddenly stops, panic paddling and begins to just let itself float.
Nay.
And then he looks at you, Axe, and just says, "Axe, I'm going to need you to catch me."
But what about the horse? Wait, can
The
horse
horse-
swim?
The horse will saddle itself to safety, but I'm afraid I may have overexerted myself. I'm about to fall off the tree. Please don't let me fall into the water.
Oh, you can't swim? It's okay.
He falls.
Oh, Axe is gonna catch him.
Axe isn't gonna roll for it. He's just gonna do it.
Or rather, he'll try and catch him if it pleases the court.
Yes,
Axe
roll,
is done rolling.
roll dex.
Oh no, he gets a little wet.
It gets a little wet.
Oh no,
Give him a
you don't know what
baptismal.
you've wrought. And then suddenly fucking more hairy man pops out of his back.
All right, yep, you catch him, and he just like shakes his head and just like, never imparted spirit energy out of myself after waking up that soon.
Oh well, it's the first time for everything. And Axe is gonna carry him to a cart.
Mm.
So Aegis is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah,
There was
where
that
am I
rope.
at?
Yeah, he is in a bit of trouble. So Aegis, how well do you float?
Well, I'm
do you
gonna try
think?
and stay above water. I'm gonna try and
You grew up in a fishing village.
well, yeah. I was a teenager in
I
a
was gonna
fishing
say,
village.
I asked how well you float, and then I realized, wait, you have a vested interest in giving me making that answer well.
Yeah, you see, there's the kind of
biased.
natural issue with people playing tabletop RPGs. We're naturally selfish. We kind of want our characters to do okay at the very least.
I mean, I feel like Aegis, out of all of us, would have by far the best justification for being a strong swimmer, being a spear fisherman as
Right.
a teenager.
So yeah, Aegis, the current is rather strong, and the water is rising more. What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna try and. We were in a kind of like alcove camp place, correct?
Yeah.
So, and it was a pretty cramped area.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try and like grab onto anything, and like pull myself up if I'm not able to like push myself up out of the water just from being thrown around. get some foothold.
Right. There's probably like a rock or like a bit of tree you
Yeah,
can try and grab onto.
yeah.
Yeah.
Reach out for something like that.
Roll in.
It's int time, baby.
Thinking quick or quickly thinking? All right. 7, huh?
Hmm.
All right. So let's see. Aegis. I'm gonna say you can keep yourself afloat in one area without being jostled around anymore, but in doing so, your bomb will come loose.
Oh
Not the
no!
bomb.
That's bad. Bomb going loose. That's very bad. I'm gonna ask. No, actually, no. Aegis realizing the bomb is coming loose. Like, oh no, can't have that fucking. Yeah, he's gonna he's gonna basically try and right himself rather than make the grab for the moment. I imagine he still feels like he has some air in him, so.
Gotcha. So he's keeping the bomb safe, but letting the current still carry him.
Yeah.
I have
Got it.
something.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about losing the bomb. I'm worried that it might detonate if it leaves my person.
Would you like me to reveal a move to help you out of this?
I have something to do.
Oh, okay.
Azora, seeing Aegis get out of the range is gonna, take a bit of a page from his book. But so, he had that rope that he was, that I was holding onto that I got pulled up with. Azora's gonna take an end of that and sort of like stab it onto one of her javelins that Aegis made, tie it off, and then she's gonna like essentially with her foot like break off the head of the javelin so it's not sharp, and she's going to volley at Aegis to try and throw the javelin with the rope attached at him.
All right.
So I talked to you about this last night. Do you want me to roll Dex or Strength?
I think roll Dex. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought on that. Yeah, I agree with it.
Oh no.
Oh.
I think
no.
you're still. Don't worry. I think you're still gonna hit me.
So, roll your. You know what? Yeah, roll damage.
I created my own problem.
Oh, boy.
And I did say Aegis took his armor off.
So, Aegis, you get dinged on the head.
I was originally gonna say I could turn it into stun damage. That might be worse.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's like
you get dinged on the head for 10 damage, Aegis, as like you turn over suddenly.
Justin's fucking nose gets broken by a fucking broken javelin hurled at him.
So, would you like me to reveal a new move from a follower?
Yeah,
to help
sure.
you out
I
of
think
this
I need.
predicament?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
It's just like reflex. Azora like couldn't imagine not throwing it at someone.
Yeah, she was broke off the tip to try and mitigate damage, but she's got those guns,
Yeah. She was like trying to mentally adjust for don't hit him, don't actually hit him, but instinct kicked in and she went for the killing throw.
Barnacles.
So Jailbird swoops in from the roof, and her mechanical arms grab you by the shoulder as you're tumbling about in the water, trying to rub your head.
Beautiful.
And you find yourself in the air with her as she flies you around the bend, takes a U-turn, and takes you back to the roof with Blake and the gang.
Yeah, Aegis like rubbing his head. Thank you for that, Jailbird. Is there anyone else who needs help?
Yeah, Jailbird's looking out. No one else that I can think of. Blake just when Blake walks over and just says, "No, there it. Are you forgetting about the goddamn 8 sick, wounded people we have in the house, in the shack itself?"
Well, then there are people. Is there any way through this roof?
We woke them up. We told them to head up here as quick as possible. They haven't shown themselves yet. She points to like a little trap door and just says, "They're supposed to they should have been making their way up through there. So they should still have breathing room down there. But I don't know how good they are at swimming right now."
Well, then let's go help them. You as well.
Yeah. She just sort of braces herself and opens a trap door to take a look inside. And when you look in, you see there are like 8 people. A few of them, two of them are kids. 6 of them are just sort of injured adults who are all sort of like stuck in a corner, just keeping their heads above water.
When you say stuck in a corner, why are they stuck?
It looks like that's a corner where there's been enough like high placed objects that they can use for footing to more easily stay above water, so they don't look like they can like swim their way.
I'm gonna ask, the ladders that I made, would those be useful in this scenario?
Those would float, and those would provide something to grab onto.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be too small to get them into too big, so Aegis is gonna like break one down and like, right, give them this, hold on to it, it will give them something to pull themselves along, and like Aegis is gonna go down into the room and try and help the more infirm, help the kids get up to the ladder and so on. So yeah, Aegis like grabs one. I like to imagine the ladder is probably just like leaning against the side of the building we're all standing on. So Aegis like pulls it up, snaps it. It's like, yeah, we'll use this.
Okie dokie. Yeah, roll int.
I hope I don't die. It's the wrong character sheet. Hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, Aegis climbs down into the building, like directs them to like get the ladder in place, like prop it up, hold it, so that they can maneuver along it. And Aegis swims along to the other side, make sure the kids can grab onto the ladder, basically like paddles the sicker people across, or the more injured people across, and like hands them to be like pulled up out of the hatch.
All right. Yeah, it goes swimmingly.
Hey.
That's a pun.
All right. Yeah, and as you pull them all up, Blake just remarks that this is probably the biggest flash flood she's ever seen in Deadwater.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it should be rising any much more than this.
The water is no longer rising.
I hope so. Like, Aegis is just really fucking still thrown by being knocked on the fucking head.
Yeah. So, Axe, you're carrying Lotus towards the
Yes.
roll strength.
Oh, this is Axe's specialty.
Yeah, you stomp your way towards the wagon, probably holding Lotus above your head to keep to make sure.
I imagine he holds him like across his shoulders, you know,
Nice.
like you do with the fucking game animal.
So yeah, you let him onto the wagon, and he thanks you. But now we have the trouble of where are you going to go? Are you going to attempt to put yourself onto this wagon despite your weight?
Axis kind of
Zora's
putting...
just gonna push him off like fucking.
No,
Twilight,
Axis gonna try and put
Titanium.
Axis gonna try and put some weight, and he sees that it's not gonna hold. Axis just gonna hold the side and just stand here.
Probably tall enough to just stand.
Yeah.
You're like, what, 7 foot?
Yeah. Something like that. It feels weird though. Axe haven't felt this wet up. So this wet below in 8 years.
What?
Azora, it does, take her armor off should she fall in the water again. Keeps her sword on her, but takes off.
He does put his axe on the cart though. Can't let this go rusty.
You put your axe in the cart?
Yes.
Just embed it in a tree.
He doesn't. When he says put it in the car, I don't think he literally means stabs it in. I think he means
he puts it gently down.
Thinking about a domino effect here.
Well, is it too fucking heavy too?
It's a pretty big axe.
I mean, it is.
Hmm.
Fine. Axe will just put it on his back as usual and have some of it in the water.
Embed it in a tree.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Nostrea and Reyna have just been sort of in the corner of the cart, just sort of holding on to each other.
Yeah. Once Azora's armor off, she does sort of check in with them how each of them are doing.
They're shaken. They're a bit scared, panicked a bit.
Yeah, Azora, does her best to calm them down.
What about the horse? Is it swimming or what is he doing?
It's serenely paddling.
Okay, good.
Because of Lotus's little be calm.
Oh yeah, Axios says to Aegis, "Hey Aegis, I could be the motor."
Aegis is like sitting across the camps on that roof, just saying, "That's great."
Where is Aegis? Axios look over. What are you doing over there?
I got brought over here.
Well, get over here.
I'm good.
Okay,
I turn to Blake and ask how long these things last.
So the water manages to reach as high as as Axe's chin. And Blake mentions that it'll stay like this for probably for the next 10 minutes or so before it starts to drain out.
Fuck it. Axe is like, what did you say Aegis was on? Was he like on a low hill or
roof? I'm on the roof of the hut that's in this encampment.
Fuck it, Axe is gonna climb up on that roof.
What?
Oh no. There are sick and injured people up here.
Actually, here's the thing. Azora has not been alerted to the situation there. But yeah.
Fine.
It's under control.
Yeah.
We got them.
Actually, no. Oh, fine. I guess Axe will just stand in the water and get he'll get a cold. Hypothermia.
Just climb a tree, bro.
So,
just don't catch hypothermia. Just be strong.
as you're taking stock, the Silavana is not in the wagon.
Yeah, Azora is sort of, taking stock thing. She does look around. The girl seems agile, but she promised me an hour ago that she would hold the truce, but Azora is a little worried she might take advantage. Azora's gonna try calling out to her, see if she answers.
Actually,
Azora figures she probably climbed a tree or something, but
Actually, Axe is gonna take her advice. Zora's advice. He's gonna start climbing a tree. He's gonna use his axe to just lodge it in there and pull himself up.
All right. So as you call that out, you just hear her call back down. Don't let Axe cut down my tree.
Me not. Axe is not cutting it down. Axe is climbing up.